This is a moment where both teams have to step up, and we will see exactly who does or who does more so as Solary takes on Dignitas.
You know, we talked about it a little bit here, and really, you know, I kind of agreed with you in the before we got on. Joris almost sneaks one in there, but it gets saved away. It really feels like it's kind of what version of Dig are we going to get, and I think that depends on what version of apparently Jack we get. You're talking to me a little bit about that, and he's kind of been here or there. It gets into his head a little bit. See if he can pull it together and give Dig a big series here.
Yeah, he's had a lot to say about just the format in general. And we've seen pros, you know, they be very vocal about opinions, you know, especially a lot of North American pros. And then, you know, eventually somebody comes along, smartens them up, and they get it, and they learn, hey, don't talk, just let your game do the talking.
Yeah,
I think that's where we are with apparently Jack. You know, very popular, very popular content creator as well. It's Chaussette opening the scoring for Solary. I don't know, give the mental edge to Solary in this matchup.
Yeah, Joris just couldn't quite get on that one, and opening goal does go the way of Solary. I would be with you on that. I'd say I'd give the edge to them. And Astral going to bring this one up and over past one, but apparently Jack will have the backboard well defended. Quite a bit of back and forth so far. Neither team really looking dominant on the pitch other than that one shot, obviously, that Solary's put in, but it's been a bit of a back and forth, similar to a couple of the series so far today on this broadcast. A couple shootouts. Wouldn't mind seeing another one.
Yeah, I don't know how many more 5-4 shootouts I have in me here, but we'll see. Fire up top.
I'm just starting.
For Chaussette, and apparently Jack was up to the task that time. He made the stop, and this is a little awkward out of the Solary defense. Apparently Jack up the ladder for Violent Panda, dropped it down on target, and it goes in.
Posts it in just barely. Couple more pixels to the left. That one bounces out, but Panda finds it right on the money of the post. I think maybe one more pixel, and that thing goes across and posts out on the other side, but slots it in, ties it up. 1-1 now as we get down to 3 minutes left here in game number 1. And again, both teams having some moments of control. Both teams having some awkward moments in transitions on defense. That one with Chaussette and Astral kind of going past each other comes to mind. Big boom downfield from Chaussette, and just a little bit of volleyball here in the midfield.
We'll see what Astral can create alongside Chaussette. Going to be a tough angle, and apparently Jack cuts it out. He has been on the money defensively so far. This ball goes across, and Jack will quickly be up for that as well. He had the assist on that goal from Violent Panda, and a brilliant pass getting all the way across. Put it exactly where it needed to be. Astral ranging back has to send this ball off to the corner. And apparently Jack is right there to slow down Solary's counterattack attempt.
Joris looked really solid there in that whole midfield play that just happened. Not sure if you caught that, but ends up going up, gets a touch to get it back into a safe spot for his team, recovers, gets a bump, beats the player for the mid boost, then recovers back from the wall to the ground, and then makes that touch towards net. Doing a lot of work, a lot of mechanic usage there to make sure that he's getting to those spots using wave dashes, etc. So Jory's looking on point so far here in this series. He's going to get a good beat here over Astral. Chaussette will have to make a diving touch to save that one just off the backboard. But again, a lot of pressure here coming out of Dig.
Aether and White Demons, another matchup in this very same group. Going on over on the mainstream as well. Aether has taken game 1 in that series. That is good news for a team like Howard that needs White Demons to lose here to stay alive and make their series with Aether mean something at the end of the day. Farah popping one away. Of course, they also want Solary to lose here. Violent Panda on his way back. Will have to take this himself, or will Violent... Well, he almost gave way to apparently Jack, but a little lack of communication maybe in the corner. Kind of caused some confusion. They come away with possession anyways. And Chaussette will stall out Dignitas, single-handedly fending off the attack. Deep into the final minute here. Nothing separating Solary and Dignitas in the standings. Nothing separating them here on Manfield Night.
A couple back and forth attacks, neither team able to find it until I start talking about it. And Astral finds an open net, beating out the defender in the midfield, wins a 50, immediately up to beat out Violent Panda. All the speed in the world there to take the lead. Under 30 seconds left here, and that one may have just stolen away game one.
Just a lot of nothing happening in this game, and then all of a sudden, Astral happens. He almost happened again. This is going to be Joria's for apparently Jack trying to get downfield. Two-man play as Violent Panda hangs back. Now he'll come up, has to challenge. And Dignitas trying to hang around here in this game, needing one good look at the net, but not getting one. Astral beaten out there. Apparently Jack going to try to do it himself. Very ambitious play. It's going to result in the ball touching down, and Solary takes game one off the game winner out of Astral.
Yeah, a ton of speed there from Astral. It was so quick after winning that 50. Gets a great recovery, straight back up into the air, uses that little bit of boost that he has left to just beat out the defense. Open net. Can't have a better look at it than that. And Astral showing why he is one of the top players over in the EU region. Lot done. So 1-0 here lead for Solary in the series as they take down that 2-1 win. And kind of going the way that I think we saw this one going, Stacks. I think Solary's had the better of them. You go and look at the amazing stats that our boy D-Rec puts out, 5-3 in series wins right now, going the way of Solary, but they tend to be close series, so I do expect this one to probably go 4 at least. Potential for a 5 game here still, but Solary seems to be the better squad here in the spring split. Dignitas hasn't quite found their footing. They haven't been able to really piece anything together here throughout spring.
Well, here goes Astral. The goal differential favors Solary for reasons that will soon become apparent. Just the mechanical genius of Astral at times makes for a very difficult matchup defensively. Farah is going to throw one towards the net. Violent Panda got in his way. Chaussette's shot is saved by Jorius, and he could not get the follow-up. Now apparently Jack trying to do it all himself again. He'll leave it for Violent Panda, and the shot blocked by Chaussette. Follow-up from Jorius goes off to the corner, and Chaussette has that go over his head. Still awkward defensively for Solary as Dignitas keeping the pressure on early in game 2. It's apparently Jack waiting for a pass. It got there, but so did Astral.
Yeah, Astral's able to get there time and time again. And as you were talking about him there on that across field carry that he did where he's handing it off to Farah, he runs out of boost, but it's hard to tell if he's out because he puts his nose right on it, and you have to respect the fact that he's there, but never mind. Forget what I'm talking about. Violent Panda's here from Dignitas to go ahead and put in the first goal of game number 2.
Feels backflip man. Chaussette does not make that mistake very often, but it's like he just forgot what he was supposed to do with that ball, and nobody else could bail him out. Ooh. So it's a gift for Violent Panda and Dignitas, as Chaussette has to navigate around Panda. This ball finds its way out to apparently Jack, full tank of boost. Conveniently spawning for him, but a better clear out of Farah.
This one up, apparently Jack there. He was looking to try and redirect that one to the backboard of the sidewall for himself. Couldn't quite tell from the angle I was looking at. Tries to beat out Farah there, can't do it, but Jorius will be there to finish. And Dignitas looking to take game number 2. They get an insurance goal.
Well, this is a fantastic start out of Dignitas. Apparently Jack still inserting himself into the offense, creating opportunities for Dig. Jory is the beneficiary that time. Farah up there with 100. Trying to get past Violent Panda. Could not, but Astral trying to keep the play alive and unable to do so thanks to the defense out of Jorius. Now Astral let that ball get way too far out ahead of him. Look at the counterattack out of Dignitas. When you got to meet him at the center line, it can be so tough once you get settled into rotations. Here's apparently Jack. Nothing doing there as he didn't have anybody to his right. Violent Panda finally comes up. This goes all the way across. I mean, you can tell they're trying to get that pass across well out in front of the goal, where the goalie's going to come way, way out to try and play that. But Solary up to the task so far. They've adjusted to what Dignitas is trying.
They've adjusted to what they're trying, but they haven't found a way to get downfield and generate any offense for themselves. They're slowing them down, stopping them in midfield, but it's just getting stuck here. They can't seem to get it past the midfield. Again, another challenge finally here. Chassette's going to be the one to push it down. Joris will have a great outlet right into the hands of Violent Panda. Good beat from Farah. Astral up, shot, but apparently Jack is there to save it away.
And it could be a numbers advantage if that ball was maybe a little closer to the vest, but here goes Astral. Around one, around two, but it's apparently Jack at the back who makes the save. Now he'll go over Farah. It's the individual plays now coming out for both squads. Who's going to blink here? Violent Panda. They'll leave that. Looking for apparently Jack to come up. He couldn't get there in time. And it'll be Jack this time. Up off the backboard, going after Chassette. Could not connect. Physical play doesn't pan out for Dignitas as this goes to the back wall, and Astral has a little bit of time to work with, and I mean, for Astral, that's a lot of time.
Joris doesn't get the ball, but gets a piece of Astral, and that's good enough because that man was coming for that double tap. He was on a hunt for it. Probably would have had it had he not got touched. Up quick, can't beat apparently Jack this time though. And Solary, only a minute here left to work with to try and take game number 2, or at least get back in it. They need to. Haven't been able to find any success here in game number 2 so far. And Dignitas continue to maintain possession and work this ball downfield.
No surprise to see this series going the way it's going. Farah looking for any last-second heroics to get Solary back in. Chassette swatted out of the air by apparently Jack, who has made his mark on this series on both halves of the field. And he may have another goal in him just to put things away here. Jory's going to try to set him up to the backboard. Farah and Astral combined for the stop. And apparently Jack, all he could do is just get a basic touch. Jorius, one more for the road. Almost forced it through, but it's not going to matter. There is nothing doing offensively for Solary here in game 2. Dignitas comes back with a vengeance and throws a shutout to tie the series.
Yeah, solid performance from them, and really it came through shutting Solary down, not letting Astral do any work. They stopped them, really got everything kind of stuck in the midfield. They opened up strong, got those 2 goals, then basically didn't allow anything out of the midfield. Solary was slowing them down there, didn't allow their offense to go, but they didn't need to throw more offense at that point. Maintain possession, take the ball downfield, throw a couple threats at the net, but just eat time, and they were able to do that. Good effort there from Dig also. Apparently Jack and Joris were both up super early to make sure that Astral couldn't just have his way with it. They were there time and time again. Both of them getting air bumps, stopping plays that Astral probably could have scored on. So really solid effort from them to shut that aspect of the Solary offense down.
So Dignitas ties up the series. Aether, by the way, I believe have gone up 2-0 in their series. They had a lengthy overtime, about 3 or 4 minutes, I believe, before Ixo finally ended it. So, Howard, they're liking it so far. They'd like a Dignitas dub here as well. Apparently Jack trying to deliver, but the shot's going to be wide. And he actually helps us back towards the dig. And Farah against Violent Panda. Got to get a little more creative than that. Violent Panda's seen a few things in his lengthy career.
He's done a thing or two, a time or two. Apparently Jack gonna lose that one to Farah. One of the other things to kind of look at too is for the spring split, Dig is really looking to have a big regional 3 here if they want to play in the major. They're actually currently sitting outside of the major in 13th overall standings. Farah, he's going to find a goal here for Solary early after they couldn't get on the board in game 2. They will open up game 3 early. Self-pass out of the corner, gets it done all by himself. Farah scores one.
A little brake check there, too, to avoid Jorius coming across for the demolition, and still able to go up and fetch that pass.
Good beat.
And now this is one cleanly through, and Astral doesn't give Solary a 2-0 lead. You thought with Astral's ability that was automatic, but he just could not get the angle, and it was not easy.
I think he had time there. I think he threw himself at the ball a little early. He was coming down, recovered with speed. He could have just waited for that ball to drop in front of net. There was nobody there to challenge, but he goes for that pre-flip on it and ends up posting it across and out. That's one he may want to go back and take a little time on the next time he approaches that opportunity. Shot set, going to pass one across net. Nobody from the midfield there to finish.
Boy, if he gets another opportunity like that, Dignitas has got to be answering a lot of questions. Here's shot set. Blocked by apparently Jack, but here comes the Solary offense. Apparently Jack, boy, he bought his team enough time. That's a fantastic play that sets everything up here. Violent Panda looking for Jorius. Out of the corner. Apparently Jack lurking, so is Violent Panda. And it'll be Astral that comes out with this somehow. Just... Ooh. Look, this has been kind of a bizarre series. Two evenly matched teams and a lot of history between these teams. They've played 18 games against each other. In RLCS X, that's floated in front and blocked away by Astral. But you can tell the mental game is there. Everybody just trying to outfox each other here.
Astral flip reset looking to try and, as you say it, outfox the defense of Dignitas and put one across the board for a teammate, but they read it well. Farah going to get up early to block that shot from Jorius off the ceiling. Violent Panda looking to flick. Astral in the way. And we're starting to get a battle. We're getting a shootout without the actual ball making it in the net, but both teams throwing shot after shot at the opponent. Basically taking turns as they go down the field here. Astral going to look to pass to Shawset, who's going to try and pop it up over Jorius. Apparently Jack already there from the back wall. Floats it all the way down. Astral able to make it back, gets a touch, and starts taking it downfield.
Jorius, quick turn and quick takeaway from Farah. Shawset coming on, and Jorius just barely got to that ball. Keeps this 1-zip, and Shawset got into that. It might have been game over the way these two teams have been playing. A 2-goal lead just might be insurmountable. Shawset out of the corner again. Apparently Jack got a piece. Here goes Astral, needs a double, doesn't have it. And apparently Jack played that away from Jorius, and I wonder if they had called that out, because Jorius seemed a little surprised. Shot on out of Farah, and Violent Panda ranges across, grabs corner boost, may need it to come up and help out the play as he waits at midfield to see what apparently Jack has.
Yeah, it was a good pass from Jorius, not quite where apparently Jack was expecting it to be, a little far onto his back shoulder, wasn't able to turn it into a goal. Tries to double tap. Jack will win this beat over Farah, and Farah will get ripped off the pitch by Jorius as he goes into the back end to try and steal a corner boost. Jorius was going to have none of that. Here comes Astral, pass to Farah, pops it up, looking for the upper 90, crossbar, down and out.
Very fortunate dig there, because all they could do is hope that that shot wasn't on. Pretty well placed. Astral will try again from the slot, not quite on target, but more possession for Solary means less time to come back for Dignitas. Jorius against Shawset. At least not a clean win out of Solary, but again, back into the Dignitas end. And it makes the task that much tougher. They have not been able to work as a team coming out of their own defensive end. This is maybe their best chance to get downfield, but nobody could react. Everybody's still trying to get in position. Y'all got 20 seconds left, down a goal. Here goes apparently Jack, looking for Violent Panda, found him, but also found Farah. With 15 to go, up to the heavens, Farah to put it away, no, but there's Shawset, ball game.
Yeah, that one's gonna do it. Solary gonna take down game 3 as we have a bit of a back and forth series. This time they're gonna take the well, I guess there's 10 seconds left, but it's looking like they're gonna shut out Dig here this time. A lot of that coming off the speed of Astral just being there in the midfield over and over again. Really, Shawset and Farah have been able to just kind of hit the ball, clear it up into the air, and Astral has been going around stealing all the boost, and he's been there time and time again to make sure that ball is moving in the direction they want it. Him and Shawset are going to go ahead and say hello to each other for a moment there. Ball eventually touches down. Solary take game number 3, 2-1 now in the series.
Okay.
All
Odd
right.
games belong to Solary. Sure. But the even game so far was Dignitas. Back-to-back shutouts, though, in this series. A very low-scoring series, and not much of a surprise. You've got two very, very good defenses here in Solary and Dignitas. no surprise to see this series has gone exactly the way it has. It said it earlier in this game, and it still holds true.
Yeah, a couple things that we haven't seen yet. I mean, 27% of the time, these teams will go to OT. Haven't got our OT yet. Stats say we should. Stats also say we should get a game 5. 57.89 win percentage versus 42.11 when these two teams go up against each other. So, 60-40 means we should go 3-2 win Solary, right? So we got to get to game 5. Dignitas will take game 4. That's just, it's scripted. It's how it's written. We can't break the script. It's the one thing we can't do, Stacks.
Out of the entire spring split, you're looking at the 3rd and 7th toughest defenses to score against. Dignitas only behind Team BDS and Aether, who again, also playing in this group over on the mainstream. And White Demons right now are finding out just how tough Aether is to score against. Here goes Astral to kick things off in a game that Dignitas has to win to force game 5, and in so many ways has to win to give themselves a real shot at the upper bracket, perhaps, the way Aether and Solary are going right now.
Clear downfield. A couple odd call-offs of their own so far to open for Dig, looking a little unsure of themselves. Not what you want to see after I, say the script is that they have to take this game. They're going to need to find their footing here. Joreous and apparently Jack both kind of having an issue. Violent Panda should be able to take this one as it'll be wide of the box. Off net. Astral there. Apparently Jack missed, giving them an opportunity. And Farah up. Can't get the touch as Joreous works it around him.
Shaw set. Did he get his flip reset? Doesn't matter. It is off the crossbar from Astral, who has been uncharacteristically inaccurate in this series. He's had a lot that he would love to have back, and Dignitas kind of wiping the sweat off their brow like, all right, whew, we got away with a few. We won't miss these very often.
Astral going to be the one coming back here on defense, making sure he secures that corner boost and has something to work with, but it does end up giving enough time to Dignitas to get up and on the ball, and they'll maintain offensive pressure. Miss from Farah. Astral now going to have to use his abilities, try and get it, but apparently Jack, once again, if you can't hit the ball, just go ahead and take him out of the play. Doesn't matter, though, because Shasset is there and follow. He gets up as he sees Astral get ripped off the ball and says, don't worry, bud. I got it. I'll take it down the field for you. He gets ripped out of the air, but you had to hit the ball that time.
Clock's ticking now. 3:12 for Dignitas to get back into this game and series. Well, that is a perfectly designed kickoff out of Dignitas. It goes right to apparently Jack, but it does not work out in the end. So now Violent Panda trying to delay Solary as they try to rush the offensive end. Joreous trying to regain his control. Violent Panda, apparently Jack, tandem defense. But it will be Shawset out of the corner, and he let that ball get away. Opening for Dig, and apparently Jack finds the angle.
Great placement here from Jack. Joreous gets a good beat coming all the way across. Jack has to get out really wide and get his nose on the ball. Cross body, able to find it, slots it back in. Tie ball game here in game number 4.
I didn't give him any shot at getting that on target, but my goodness, he somehow found exactly where he needed to be. So apparently Jack ties this up. His first goal of this series. We're going to be looking for many more if Dignitas is going to come back from down 2-1 in the series. Here goes Astral against Violent Panda. Got the dunk through. Follow up out of Farah, looking for a double, but Violent Panda cuts that one out too. VP putting the defense on his shoulders. Joreous trying to set things up now. Apparently Jack beaten by Astral, and here goes Solary looking to reclaim the lead, but Astral doesn't connect.
A lot of boost wasted there from Dig as it took all 3 of them spending boost to finally get that save. Joreous will get some boost and be able to move it out into the midfield for a moment. They recover well out of what could have been a disastrous situation as they would have been out of position and out of boost, but a good touch keeps them alive. Joreous, what a touch! 2-1 Dig!
decent. All right. What a pass out of apparently Jack. He has had, by far, the best passes out of anybody in this series. He has had his fingerprints all over what Dignitas has been able to accomplish, and now he's looking to add to his goal count, but that's just going to be a little high.
The trick is pass from left to right. Weak side for Solary is going to be that right side, right post. You can get out there. Apparently, that's where Dig is going to get the job done from. Dorius looking to follow this one. Won't be able to, but Violent Panda there in the midfield. He'll get a touch. Back to Jack. Shot on target. Oh, what a save from Farah. Uses his body and the crossbar to get it done. Just enough of it. Waterfall down. Chausette's there.
Oh, Solary hanging on for dear life right now. Apparently, Jack again, and Astral makes the save. It's just reflex at that point and maybe a little bit of guesswork. Inside 1 minute to go. Dignitas trying to force game 5. That's rolled out beyond Farah. But here's Chausette. Double, no triple. Astral couldn't dump it down. Farah denied, and it bounces off of Jack as well. Here goes Dig, looking to put it away, but the Solary defense holds for now.
Jack comes falling down from the heavens for Dignitas to just fall in front of that one and makes that save. I don't think he had any boost. He's just there. Apparently Jack here for this one, though. Crossbar down and in. Dignitas most likely lock in game 4.
Jack called game. This time, Jorius repays the favor. Somebody actually setting up apparently Jack for once. And with 26 seconds left, it looks like we are headed to game 5. By the way, update from the mainstream, Aether victorious in a sweep over White Demons. So, Howard, all your fans are like, all right, we got a shot here. Now they're hoping Dignitas can keep Solary in the 1-win bracket as well. Big shot out of Chausette, saved away. Apparently Jack will salt this one away, and how fitting the game ends in the general vicinity of apparently Jack, who was a monster that Solary could not contend with. Game 5 on the way.
Joris may have led in score, but apparently Jack was there for everything. 2 great shots on net, a part of every single goal. Him and Joris getting it done there. Violent Panda on the pitch, no real stats out there, but you don't need them when apparently Jack and Joris are playing the way that they are. And Jack at times is literally just falling through the air and just happens to be in the area. Sometimes your luck stat gets it done.
By the way, quick correction, I guess it was 3-1 for Aether. Either way, Aether, Dub, Howard, happy. White Demons, not so happy. They dropped to 1 and 2. We got business here. 2 and 2 between Dignitas and Solary, tied in the RLCS X championship standings. And apparently Jack blocked by Astral, and we are off and running. Lots of fireworks on tap here with 2 very stingy defenses.
Clear out here, but Farah trying to get a piece of it against Jack now. Couple opening shots. Jorius diving across the line to make that save. Violent Panda can't get there. Farah slots one in near post.
Second goal of the series for Farah, and it comes at a great time. 28 seconds into game 1, the challenge has been thrown down to Dignitas. Answer this. They've been able to more often than not. If you're just joining us, welcome. It's been fun. 2-2 between Solary and Dignitas. Apparently Jack has been phenomenal for Dig. 3 assists, 2 goals. And he's pretty much been the leader for this Dig squad in a very low-scoring series. Chausette tried to set up Astral, and Astral has been not quite there. The shots have been off the mark. He's had chances to put the series away. Violent Panda almost tied it. Floater from apparently Jack does. First minute, all level.
Man, Panda almost puts this one in. I think he could have had an opportunity there. Wasn't expecting that to come back out off the post. I was about to say, man, you had a second shot there. But he gets out of the way. Apparently, Jack comes through, cleans it up. 1-1 opening minute. Both teams score. 4 minutes left here on Champions Field. Can Dignitas break the storyline? Can they break the script here and take down Solary in this game 5? still waiting to find out. Astral trying to beat out Violent Panda, gets it done, takes a bump though, and off the ball. Farah should have a beat here, and Solary start to push into the offensive half. Astral!
Astral comes through finally. We've been waiting. He's been very quiet. He's had his opportunities. This one on the mark, perfectly placed where Violent Panda couldn't get there. And Solary back on top. Howard fans starting to sweat just a little bit, as their task might get a little tougher if Solary can hold this lead. Astral out of the corner. Slowed down by apparently Jack. It's got to be critical for Dignitas not to let Astral get going. That's got to be the end of his offense as he springs Chaussette down the field. Tough angle, and Jorius beat him to it.
Astral trying to beat out Jorius. That one actually falls into the hands of Jack, though, who looks to take it himself. Jorius tries to jump on it, though. So a little bit of a double commit. They'll have to scamper back into the midfield. They do just that. Good recovery out of that double commit. Jorius with a touch, looking for Panda. Panda up for Jorius. Chaussette reads it well, though. And apparently Jack, once again, all over the ball. Still has the follow even after that touch. Manages to get a pass back across. Violent Panda from the right side. Name a better duo right now other than that right side and Dignitas.
Oh, what a setup out of apparently Jack, though. The defense had no clue what to do with that ball. That's the creativity of apparently Jack, and it ties things up. Yeah, kudos to Panda for being there, but again, what a pass.
Yeah, that read off of a touch recovery where he's going for a double touch. It's a little bit of a touch in the air. Ball sitting right in front of the net. Violent Panda won't be around for that. But Jack's sitting in the air, bumped. Ball touches the wall. Still manages to recover a little bit as he takes that. Uses just a touch of boost. Puts himself right back on and creates the pass across. And man, he has been everywhere. We kind of asked for him to be that step up for Dig and possibly be that difference maker. And he has been just that, Stacks, all throughout this series.
Jorius from his own back line met is apparently Jack right at midfield. Now Violent Panda lobbing one for himself, indirect off the ceiling, and it's Chaussette making the save at the crossbar. Almost a double commit out of Solary, but this brings Chaussette down the field again. Farah coming on, and Jorius got to that ball first. Critical that he did. Everything coming down to just less than a car length between these teams. Everything magnified now with so much on the line here in Game 5. Chaussette giving chase. Jorius beats him to the punch, but Chaussette will settle for the consolation prize of that boost steal, and he can use that boost maybe to set this up. Astral drop down! Chaussette is just wide! Follow from Farah! All he got was apparently Jack, as Solary goes all the way back.
And great setup and look there. Just couldn't quite get outside the ball enough to angle that one in for Chaussette. So downfield, Chaussette looking for it, but Jorius will have a great touch up to apparently Jack. Dig's been doing a great job of finding each other in those little transitions out. Third man's going back. They're going ahead and cutting the rotation and getting those great passes across. Jorius trying to get that one. You got to lift it a little further and farther across the net, Jorius. Outside that right post is where you want to drop that. Your team will score there 100% of the time.
Astral double! Bang! Bang! What a shot out of Astral, who had been, again, quiet until Game 5, and then he pulls that out of the hat with 51 to go.
What a shot from Astral to slot that one in. The placement as well, just under the crossbar in that upper 90. What a play. Dignitas now, if they want to break the script, they've got very little time to do so. Jorius, good touch. Nobody able to follow, so Astral will have the touch. Violent Panda will have to spend some boost. Does drop it off to Jack. Flip up. Does he have a second? No. Quick is Solary to make sure they get up and keep possession of this ball. They just want to eat as much time as possible now. Astral to the sky. Looking to do it again. Can he drop it in? No. Jack will clear it out.
Oh, Chaussette had to go through Violent Panda to get to that ball as Panda was looking for the redirect. And now off the respawn, popping one up. It's all he can do. Down to 10 seconds. Dignitas needs to get out of their own zone, but they can't get off their own back line. 3 seconds left. Jorius for apparently Jack. Astral in the way, and that is it. Solary gets their second win in the group. and they win an epic in Game 5 over Dignitas.
Man, goes the distance. We thought it was. It holds to the script well, Stacks. We get the Game 5. The split goes right. 60% to Solary, 40% to Dig. Now, though, Dignitas will have to wait and watch how the Solary match goes down at the end of the day over on twitch.tv/Rocket League. That match will then determine who's going to fall where inside this group. So still a lot to go in this storyline. Solary, Dignitas, overall standings for the season, currently tied in that 6th slot. That'll be a storyline to follow throughout the weekend. And, ASX, we got a good series there. That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. Solary and Dignitas, two teams, again, fighting tooth and nail for one spot between them, perhaps, for a spot in the RLCS X Championship. Solary gets the upper hand here, and as mentioned, they will move to 2-1. Dignitas down to 2-2, so they're done. They get to watch all the chaos unfold. You know who's really happy right now? Aether. They're 3-0. They got a match with Howard. They could just kind of lean back, kick their legs up, and go, all right, you know, sure, I mean, we'll play you guys, but, you know, we're in the upper bracket tomorrow.
Yeah, they're sitting in the upper. We'll find out where they end up falling to and where they're playing from. You know, currently that upper bracket, we know Guild and Galaxy Racer are going to go at it. We know Team Vitality and BDS are going to go at it. Lowers, we know Liquid, Atlantide, Wave. And we know that Giants and Top Blokes will be going at it. Still 4 more series to determine throughout today in this group stage that we'll go into for tomorrow.
Well, we will have that Aether Howard match at the end of the day, but there's a little business to take care of first. Team Queso and Rix.gg. Rix playing with Freakant, the sub, in for cash, trying to survive in the group. They are looking good for a top 4 spot, and believe they are actually going to be in the knockout gauntlet tomorrow. Cool. Team Queso, not so secured. They need a dub in the worst way possible, and they're coming up next. Don't go anywhere.